English Leap Podcast
with your favorite teacher.
Welcome back to the English Leap Podcast. I'm Sarah, and honestly, Mark, I have a massive confession to make today.
Oh boy. Hi everyone, I'm Mark. What is this big confession, Sarah? Should I be worried?
No, don't be worried. But I spent the entire weekend doing absolutely nothing. And I mean zero.
Wow, that actually sounds amazing.
It was. But here's the crazy part. I felt so guilty about it.
Oh, I know that exact feeling. If I sit on my couch for more than 10 minutes, my brain starts yelling at me.
Exactly. Why do we feel like that? We are constantly told to hustle, hustle, hustle.
It's exhausting. I feel totally overwhelmed just thinking about my to-do list right now.
Right. And that is exactly what we're talking about today. The fine art of doing absolutely nothing.
Yes, why it is okay to just rest. Actually, why we must rest to avoid burnout.
Exactly. By the way, if you are listening right now and you want to improve your everyday English, you are in the perfect place.
Yes, this podcast is designed for B1 and B2 learners. We speak naturally but clearly.
So grab a cup of coffee, get cozy, and let's learn some great English vocabulary together.
And hey, don't forget to check the description below. We always leave a fun homework activity for you to practice.
Yes, please do. Okay, back to my lazy weekend.
Okay, so you did nothing. Did you at least watch a good movie?
Barely. I just sat on my balcony and watched the clouds. But then the guilt completely took over.
The guilt trap. We always feel like we should be productive. If we aren't working, we feel like we're failing.
Exactly. Society makes us glorify being busy. We treat it like a prize. People love saying, "Oh, I only slept 4 hours last night."
I have definitely said that before, like it is a competition to see who is the most tired.
It really is. But living like that just leads to absolute burnout. You crash.
It really does. My brain just stops working when I push myself too hard.
Mine too. I think we need to completely rethink what productivity actually means. So let's talk about why we actually need to do nothing sometimes.
Good idea, because honestly, I am terrible at it.
Most of us are. We live in this crazy hustle culture.
Hustle culture, yes. Everyone is always rushing everywhere.
Exactly. It's this toxic idea that working nonstop is the only way to be successful.
And we glorify it so much.
We really do glorify it. We praise people who never sleep and work all weekend.
But the reality is much darker, isn't it?
Totally. It leads straight to burnout.
Burnout is awful. I had it last year. It is the worst feeling.
Oh no. Really? How did it feel for you?
I was constantly exhausted. Even simple, tiny tasks felt completely impossible.
That is the classic sign of burnout. Your mind and body just shut down.
Exactly. So how do we fix it? How do we actually rest?
Well, first we have to realize what fake rest is.
Fake rest? Like what?
Like scrolling on social media for 3 hours.
Oh, wow. I do that all the time. I call it relaxing.
Me too. We sit on the couch, look at our phones, and think we are getting rest.
But we aren't, are we?
Not at all. Our brains are still processing so much information. It is exhausting.
Right. Now that I think about it, scrolling actually makes me feel more tired.
Exactly. To truly unwind, we need to completely disconnect from screens.
Unwind. That makes sense. We need to let go of the tension.
Yes, we need activities that actually rejuvenate us.
Rejuvenate. Activities that make us feel fresh and energetic again.
Spot on. It could be a slow walk in nature.
Or reading a physical book by the window.
Yes, or taking a long, warm bath.
Honestly, just sitting quietly with a cup of tea sounds amazing right now.
It is, but the big secret is this. You have to do it completely guilt-free.
That is definitely the hardest part for me.
I know, but we have to remember resting is not a waste of time.
It is actually productive, right?
Yes, it recharges your batteries. You cannot do your best work if you are running on empty.
That is such a good point. Doing nothing helps you do everything better.
Precisely. So if you're listening right now, give yourself permission to just be. All right, it is time for our favorite segment.
Yes, the word tour. Let's break down some of the great vocabulary we just used.
Our first phrase is hustle culture.
This is a noun. It describes a lifestyle where working all the time is considered the most important thing in life.
Exactly. Here is an example. Hustle culture makes people feel guilty for simply taking a lunch break.
Good one. Or, I had to leave the big city to escape the toxic hustle culture.
Perfect. Our next word is glorify.
Glorify is a verb. It means to make something seem much better or more heroic than it actually is.
Right, like this. We really shouldn't glorify working on the weekends.
Or, many modern movies glorify incredibly unhealthy habits.
So true. Moving on to a very important word today, burnout.
Burnout is a noun. It is the physical or mental state of being completely exhausted from working too hard.
Yes. For example, after organizing the final model test program for all her students, the teacher faced severe burnout.
Ugh, I can easily imagine that. Here's another one. If you try to study for your IELTS exam for 10 hours a day, you will definitely experience burnout.
Great examples. Now for a much more relaxing word, unwind.
Unwind is a verb. It simply means to relax after a period of hard work or stress.
Exactly. Like, after a busy day managing the coaching center, I love to unwind by reading some poetry.
Nice. Or, listening to a cozy podcast is the best way for me to unwind.
Beautiful. And our final word for today is rejuvenate.
Rejuvenate is a verb. It means to make someone feel fresh, lively, or full of energy again.
Spot on. Here's an example. A long, uninterrupted sleep can completely rejuvenate your mind.
Or, taking a quiet walk in nature rejuvenates me for the upcoming work week.
Fantastic. I hope all of you listening are writing these down. Okay, Mark, are you ready for our final segment?
I am. Say it better. This is where we upgrade our everyday English.
Exactly. We take basic sentences and make them sound totally natural.
What is our first basic sentence today?
The first one is, I am very tired.
That is perfectly fine to say, but it sounds a bit boring.
Right. Instead of saying, I am very tired, what can we say?
You could say, I'm completely burnt out.
Yes. Or you could say, I am running on empty.
Ooh, I love that one, like a car with no fuel.
Exactly. Okay, sentence number 2. I want to rest.
Let me think. How about I need to take a breather?
Perfect. Or, using our vocabulary word from today, I need to unwind.
That sounds so much more advanced.
It really does. Here is the third basic sentence. I work all the time.
That sounds a bit robotic.
It does. A native speaker might say, I am working around the clock.
Yes, or you could say I'm caught in the hustle culture.
Spot on. Okay, our final basic sentence for today. I feel fresh now.
Like after you take a really long nap?
Exactly. Instead of I feel fresh now, try saying I feel totally rejuvenated.
Or simply, I feel like a brand new person.
That is a great one. I feel like a brand new person just talking about rest today.
Me too. I think I'm going to go do absolutely nothing after we finish this recording.
That sounds like a brilliant plan. But before we go, we have some homework for our listeners.
Yes, we always love reading your comments.
Your homework for this episode is this. Tell us in the comments below, what is your absolute favorite way to unwind after a long, stressful week?
Do you like to read, take a walk, or just sit quietly? Try to use at least one of our new vocabulary words in your answer.
Yes, please do. We will reply to as many comments as we can to help you practice.
Thank you so much for joining us on the English Leap podcast today.
Take care of yourselves, avoid that burnout, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye!
Bye, everyone.